Well, I finished my last row. I know that I didn't miss any nails because I have one nail left here, one nail at the bottom left, and then one up here on the right. Couple of things. At this point, you need to check your work, make sure that you didn't make a mistake on your weaving. What I like about this method is if I do make a mistake, which I do, I actually found one right here, and I just kind of tied, when I found it and wanted to come back to it, I just tied a knot around it, just a loose strand so that I can come back and see it. So I didn't see any other mistakes, but what's really cool about this is because it's not locked, meaning it's not, the end pieces aren't, see if I can get a good light on it. You'll notice here that the weaving isn't locked together like in a traditional triangle or tri-loom. This one, if you were to take this off the loom right now, this will all come apart. So you have to put in a final thread and go over and under each one of these. Hopefully you can see that. You'll have to go over and under each one of these strands instead of doing a basket weave on that final. And what that does is that locks it in. But before you do that, if you check all of your work and make sure that you didn't make any mistakes, if you did, you can very easily fix one. So I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let me take this off. So you'll notice here on this strand that was coming down, I wove and skipped one of the strands. So it doesn't look very nice. It's not a bad thing, it's just, to me, it's just not as pleasing. So I could leave it, it's still structurally sound. But what I'm going to do is unweave at this point here. So all I'm going to do is just pull this out. And then I'm going to re-weave this. And because I don't have my handy dandy arch, I'm doing it over and under one because I can control how much tension is on each one of those mountains, or the peaks. And the peak, I call that a peak right here. This is a peak and this is a valley. Hopefully you're able to see that. And then that's fixed. Then just took it back on. Now make sure all of your rows are good. Okay. I'll be back in just a second and we'll show you how I weave through each one of these. I do it with what I call needle weaving. I actually use a locker hook, which is a hook with a an eye hole at the end. Okay, I'll be back in just a second.